Hi, this is your third lesson, and in this lesson we'll learn how to create a form. First, again, we'll go to Microsoft Access and we'll click on our contacts, database, and it brings it up. Now previously you've created a table named contacts and a query named contacts query. Our next step is to create a form. Now, there are different ways to create forms and different ideologies behind it, but I was taught that you always create a query for the form that you're about to create. We already have a contacts query, but we want to create a new query that looks exactly the same but use it for the form. So we're going to right-click on contacts query, click copy, and then we're going to click in the white space and click paste. Now it's going to ask you what you want to name it. To keep you from getting confused as to which query it is, we're going to name this contacts form query and click OK. Now we have a contacts query and a contacts form query. We'll click on this one, and then we're going to go up here to Form Wizard. Until you get the hang of using Access, I suggest you always use the wizards, as they are the easiest way to get the information you want on your forms, queries, reports. So we'll click Form Wizard. We want to take everything that we have here and put it on our form. So we click the two forward buttons, click Next. There are different ways that your form could look. There's a columnar form, a tabular form, data sheet form, and justified. Justified is kind of nice to use, but for the beginning, we'll just use columnar and click Next. Now they want us to name our form. We're just going to take query off the back end. So it just says contacts form. And instead of clicking Finish, we're going to modify the form's design. Now we click Finish. And it's thinking about it, and now we have our contacts form. All of our fields are there. It has a header on it that says contacts form. And if we go up here to the top to the view button, that's what our form would look like for where you need to put your information in. Now we could leave it like this, but there are a few things that I'd like to change on mine that you might not want to change on yours, but it just makes it look cleaner and neater. If you notice, all of the boxes are larger than they really need to be. So what we'll do is we'll highlight by left-clicking on an empty space, pull straight down, and let go. That highlights everything. We'll go to the bottom of one of them. And when you want to resize, look at your pointer. You see the arrow going up and the arrow going down. That means we can resize it to be wider or narrower. And I want them narrower in height. So I'll just slide that up. And now all of them are slightly narrower. None of them need to be this length. So again, we move the cursor till we have the left and right arrow buttons. We'll left click on that and hold it and bring that across. And if we click View, you can see that we've significantly narrowed and made the boxes smaller. Now we could stop here and not do anything else, but I want you to see that you can move things around. City, state, and zip normally are on the same line, so we're going to click on City. This is called the label, the one I'm moving. That's the label. This doesn't hold any information. This one is the bound box. This is where you'll put your information and it shows up. So I'm simply resizing that. Resize state. We're going to grab it at the top here and move it across. If you click on the grayed out boxes, you can use that to move items. I'm going to highlight state and move them up here. So now if we click View, you'll see that I have moved it around. Play around with your form, figure out how you want it to look, and in the next lesson I'll teach you how to reorder your tabs so you can have your form tab through with your tab button.